Hello, in this video I'm going to show you how to complete or start the tutorial for Chapter 3 and how to execute all SQL commands that you are going to learn in this class. So just as a review from last video, we first need to access our mini server. So you have that downloaded and ready to go on your flash drive. So I'm going to go ahead and go through those steps really quickly. I'm going to go to my mini server folder, double click through the mini folders that are there, and I want to make sure I get to this page that has the MySQL start.bat and stop. So first I need to double click the MySQL start.bat to start the mini server itself. Then remember I have to put in my username and password here, so I do my SQL space hyphen user equals root space hyphen password equals root. And then I hit enter, and what I should get is my SQL prompt as you see here. So I'm going to put this on down to the bottom here. I'm going to minimize these windows and also where I have my flash drive. And then I'm going to point you to the tutorial for Chapter 3, which is that PDF document. So what you will do is you will follow this step by step for this assignment. It goes through and gives you some warnings and some information and all of that good stuff. So make sure you read through this very carefully. Don't just type in the code. So step one is to create the database. To do that, all you have to do is at the MySQL command prompt, you type create database Premier. However, I don't want you to type all of these commands directly into MySQL. First, I want you to type them into a Notepad document. Notepad is just part of the accessories, and you want to use Notepad and not Word or something like that, because there are special characters with like a Word document that will create issues in copying and pasting, as you'll see in a moment. So I'm going to go ahead and type create database Premier. And what this is doing is giving the database a name. And then I'm going to hit enter on my keyboard a couple of times, and I'm going to do use Premier. And then if you notice, I am following every command or the end of each line or set of commands with a semicolon. That is to let you know that you are going to execute that. Okay, so now that I have done this, what you will do is you will copy and paste from your Notepad document. This will save you a lot of time and effort, especially if you make mistakes or in spelling or something like that, because you'll get an error. And I'm going to purposely spell this word database incorrectly just so that you can see I will get an error. So I'm going to copy this by hitting Control-C on my keyboard. Now I'm going to go over to my MySQL prompt, my MySQL mini server here, and you want to make sure you have this flashing under insertion line here. And then what I'm going to do is do right mouse click and then paste. You cannot use, and I'll show you, can't do Control V because that shortcut doesn't work. The only shortcut that works for pasting in this MySQL mini server is your right clicking and then clicking on paste. And once you do that, you'll see it comes exactly there. To execute every command in MySQL, you want to hit enter on your keyboard. Once I do that, I automatically get an error. So what that means, I have to go over here and find out what I did, and I can see that I misspelled this word, as I told you I was going to use, because it's looking for these keywords, create database. The number one error that I do see when you're first learning MySQL is spelling errors. So be careful about those. So now I'm going to copy this again. You can use your favorite copy method, but remember, pasting, you have to do right mouse click and then paste. Now if I hit enter this time, every time your command works, you will see this query OK, one row affected, and it'll tell you how long it took. Okay, so I've typed in the second command, so I'm going to go ahead and do Control-C and paste it in here as well. And what the use does is it activates or tell me I want to now use the Premier database. One of the questions I get a lot is, can I type out my whole script and copy and paste it in here at the same time? The answer is absolutely yes, and it'll go through and give you the error message, or you can do it line by line. I prefer to only do it a couple of lines at a time when I'm writing a script like this, and the reason why is because then I can fix my errors right away and not wait until there's a ton and I have to go back through the error messages and find out what those are. Okay, so now that I'm going to let you do the tutorial and go ahead and type in all of the other commands and so forth and so on, just so that you get to learn how to create everything. I don't want you, however, to copy and paste directly from the PDF document. You might find that you can do that, but you're not going to make the typing errors and mistakes and see what you've missed if you do that. One other thing before I stop my MySQL mini server that I want you to see, and I'll go through one of these with you, is for step 6 here of your tutorial. This is just a troubleshooting section. You do not have to complete these or turn this in with your script at all. These are just if you run through issues along the way. A lot of times you'll find issues like in your creating table statements or something like that. You missed a column or something like that. The easiest thing to do is to drop the table and then go back and copy and paste that back in. So all I'm simply going to do is use my drop database because I have my database in here. So first I'm going to show you that the database is there. So I'm going to use the command show databases that you saw or learned about in the Chapter 3 video I posted. So as you can see, I have my Premier. Now I'm going to drop my database Premier. And you will know that I usually use all caps to type in my commands, but remember that from your readings, they are not case sensitive, so you can use any that you'd like. So I'm going to go ahead and hit enter, and you'll see that it's dropped. And to verify that it's been dropped, I'm just going to use that show command again, which is show databases semicolon. I always end with a semicolon, and you will see that the Premier database is not there anymore. So that's all I had to show you how to get started and complete this assignment. I'm going to go ahead and close my mini server. Remember, to do that, what you need to do is you need to go to the file folder where you have it, click on the stop.bat file. You're going to get this window that says MySQL stopped. Once you do that, you can close the windows that you have open and you're ready to go. Don't forget, however, to save your Notepad document. You can save it one of two ways. You can do a file save as, and you want to leave that .txt on there, or you can also do .sql. The .sql is what turns it into a script file, but .txt works just as well, so I leave that. I'm just going to do Chapter 3, or Premier, as I guess what it is. And I'm going to do Premier, and then I'm just going to click Save. So make sure you keep the encoding as the ANSI. Don't go down here and try to change it, because that will make some errors when you're trying to copy and paste to MySQL. So I'll go ahead and click Save. I have it at the level of my flash drive. I click Save, and then that's where it will be saved. And I can hit Close. That way, if I don't complete everything in one sitting, I can always go back to that file and add to my code. So all code you write in this class, make sure that you use a Notepad document. I probably wouldn't use the same one. You want to open different ones and turn them into scripts each assignment. Thanks for watching.